Good morning. We want to talk a little bit about dishonesty. To measure dishonesty, we do all kinds of things. One type of experiment, we use a die. We give people a 6-sided die, and we say, why don't you roll the die, and we'll pay you whatever it comes up on. It comes on 6, we'll give you $6, $5, and so on. But you can get paid based on the top side or the bottom side. You decide, but don't tell us. You roll the die, and let's say it came with 5 on the bottom and 2 on the top. And now I say, and what did you pick?
Bottom.
Okay. If you picked bottom, you say bottom, no problem. But if you pick top, what do? Do you say the truth, top, and get only $2? Or do you change your mind and say bottom and get $5? And when you do it 20 times, you find that people are incredibly lucky. But today we have 2 versions of this experiment. We have one version that at most you can make today $4. We have another version that at most you can make $40. Why don't you toss a coin and we'll see which one you got? People toss a coin, and no matter what happened, we say, oh, sorry, you got the $4 version. But then the research assistant looks around. He says, listen, my boss is not here today. So I'll tell you what. You got $3 to show up to the experiment. If you will give me these $3, I'll pretend you got the other coin flip. So the research assistant is asking him for a bribe. What percentage bribed him? 90%. 90% bribed. They just moved from a $4 version to a $40 version. They were going to get much more money. What happened to cheating? More or less the same? More cheating. And not only did they cheat more, they started stealing. What do I mean by that? People have this sheet. I chose 5 and 2, I chose 5 and so on. So they sum up how many points they have, and let's say we owe them $23. And we say, here's an envelope with $50. Why don't you pay yourself the amount of money you deserve? The amount of money you don't deserve, leave in the envelope, and as you leave the room, there's a big box with all kinds of envelopes, drop it there. In this corruption experiment, it was the first time we saw stealing. People also wrote 23 and took more money. So when we think about culture, there's a really worrisome thought. Think about lots of people who behave honestly and some people who don't. And what happens if those people establish the social norm? And what if those people are in a position of power? When you get into a system and something in the system tells you that things are wrong there, all of a sudden you abandon your own moral fiber. This is about the fact that if the person running the system is telling us that corruption or dishonesty or something is allowed, our understanding of what is acceptable changes instantly.